Jubilee's next. You're telling me this is the dream chain? It's the Laddie into Jubilee. Jubilee pulls. Not going to be able to pull Oda to get reactivated for yet another card, but then I pull either Chavez, Doom, or Leader, all incredible pieces for us. Howard, you have shown me, truly shown me the way on this one. Watch the madness unfold. And then here comes Jubilee. Look at that. And then Jubilee, the Leader. No space for the Daka. Oh. Could you imagine if I'd had open board space for the Leader to then actually copy the Doc Ock? Howard the Duck, hard-boiled duck detective, fresh off the printing presses here in Marvel Snap, ready to complete 2 different decks that we're going to be breaking down today. Scrub through the timestamps if you want to be able to see our different breakdown, gameplay, etc. for the list that we create, and tune in at the end of the video to be able to hear our initial impressions and review of Howard the Duck. Should you be spending tokens on him? Do you have to have him to make Iron Lad work? Can Iron Lad work on his own? Can Howard the Duck work on his own? It'll all be at the end. I'm really excited to have him filling the space here in this list because, aside from the obvious synergy of telling us what Iron Lad is going to be able to clip onto, the extra information for a list like this one, which is very popular in the meta right now and is trying to score points through a number of tight packages. You have the Black Bolt Stature, you have Hawk, Rockslide Korg, and then you have Polaris, Jeff, and the Spider-Man that all work independent of each other. And so understanding what you're going to draw into can dramatically change what you play on any given turn. If I had a hand with a lot of strong synergies for Hawk, and then I was holding Black Bolt, and then I knew that I was drawing into Stature, then I'd be way more likely to play Black Bolt rather than just trying to set up something that is already in my hand. So let's dive into battle and see where Howard the Duck takes us. Diving into battle, and Howard is in the opening hand. Yes, please, and thank you. Put the Duck Detective in AA up against Smiley. No, Nova. And we'd have the Killmonger to kill him. I love the animation. A little with the mic. Yes, draw the smiles. All right, what am I about to draw? It shows me right here. Stature's on top of the deck. All right. I don't know how much that's really informing me at the moment. Lay down the Jeff. Okay, we have Hawk, Lad, Bolt. We both have Jeff. Well. Nobody Lad locks it down. Next up, Korg. Kind of fun. So far, not changing how I'm going to play, just trying to get used to having him down. Are they going to kill Monger to knock him out? I really would like him to survive for a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, because I didn't play anything there. Gotcha. And now things get a little bit more important. Enchantress will arrive. What is the order of operations? I don't want Iron Lad copying the Enchantress. I want Hawk to Crimson Cosmos. They go Scarlet Witch, open up the bar to Eternity range, and they have their Star-Lord coming back. They've spent so much energy on these 2 points. Now we are getting the Zabu. Well, Zabu, you're a little late. Just a little bit late. I feel like this time we take a very straightforward approach. We put down the Bolt. We'll be able to play Stature. And then we'll have Korg to pick the Hawk up a little bit, trying to pump it up. Be able to have this final showdown as Mini Lab is going to open up. We have another Guardian. We knock the Hit Monkey out of their hand. They go Polaris, which moves Duck. Alright. I draw the Zabu, as was foretold. Rock Slide on top of the list. Ah, fascinating. I still don't think that it changed the way that I would have played anything. Yeah. It meant that I knew that Iron Lad would be able to grab the Rock Slide, the buff the Hawk, so it was Iron Lad, Stature, Korg all together. Would have been a fantastic final hand. Howard let us know what was coming, but I don't think it actually changed anything that we would have played. Howard again, I love this, especially with Stature and Spider-Man both in hand. Gives us so much more freedom on dropping Iron Lad down to the board. Okay. Ooh, really wanted to see Zabu for a turn 2. I'm going to have a full hand. I was hoping to get, or Jeff, or Korg, anything proactive. as it is. What are we going to draw into? I'm going to get the Korg. Okay. At least that's something. I feel like I need to put the Polaris in. What am I going to draw? Iron Lad. Fascinating, because I know that I'm going to get Iron Lad. I'm trying to plan out this next turn if I want to drop Spider-Man plus Korg. I won't have another card to be able to combo. I still feel like playing the Polaris now and moving Nova is the best play. So I could have played Korg and then waited to activate Miles, understanding that I was probably, well, here. And now I don't draw. Yeah. All right. Rock Slide coming up next. Hawk is looking fantastic, with all of the support for him that he could hope for, aside from the Zabu. And then Iron Lad, actually just a better Rock Slide. But I could Spider-Man Korg. If I Spider-Man Korg, then I draw Rock Slide. Then on turn 5, I just play... Is it just Bolt? Then I don't get any benefit from, like, the Hawk. Then again, Bolt Stature is a fantastic stat generator. And I could still look to be able to play Iron Lad towards the end, or maybe drop Enchantress next to the Stature for a pretty good point rush. I mean, I played the Korg. I could still play Hawk, just without any of the benefit from the Rock Slide. Alright. Let's go Bolt Stature here. Part of my decision is also that I think my opponent could be running Enchantress. Zabu, you're too late. Too late, I say. Interesting that it's not my card, right? It's the base art and the border of Howard. Fascinating. Knock their cheapest card out of their hand. They already scored the Hitmonkey, though. There goes the Star-Lord, trying to play alongside the Star-Lord challenge. Actually knocking it out of hand here feels pretty darn good. Here comes the Stature. 2 cards in deck, yeah, because of the Olympia draw. It meant that the Hawk was not going to be the best pull anyway. What else is in hand? It's the Jeff. What's in the deck, I should say. Well, I flip first. Yeah, I'm playing Iron Lad. I'm playing Iron Jeff. Just for the stats, baby. Bolt Stature stays winning. Sorry. Enchantress, sure. Shut up the duck. He already gave me all I needed to know. Nice Korg opening for us here. Try to put the pressure on the Baxter building. Opponent going with Thanos. Now, one of the ideas around Howard is to be able to put him into an ongoing Thanos kind of list. You have a lot of draw in Thanos, so understanding what's going to be coming through can be beneficial for informing your play pattern, and then it can also be a receiver for a Spectrum buff, meaning that you pick up Howard to a 1/4. Pretty covetable stat line, if I do say so myself. With Spider-Man in hand, do I just move Power Stone, like, away from Baxter building? I don't want to send it to Murder World, of course. Don't want to trade my Polaris for a Power Stone, but we get the move, then I can play Spider-Man. And hopefully I draw Zabu or Jeff to be able to combo with the Spider-Man. I mean, the alternative is a full pass, so here we are. Reality Stone on Sakaar. They don't want the freebie cards coming down to the board. We see Atlantis instead, and we take away their +5. I love that for us. Spider-Man ready to go. I would like playing him at Baxter Building. I draw Stature. Well. What's in the deck? Rock Slide, Hawk, Jeff, Zabu, Howard. It's not, hold on. Where's my Bolt? There he is. Bolt's in hand. That's going to be turn 5. So do I want to blind? I mean, here's the thing. It's also more points than Spider-Man. So I might as well put down... this is why Iron Lad is crazy. He's just crazy. I get the Jeff. All right. I'll be able to move him and then activate Spider-Man. A little bit of Thanos bounce. My respect for you, Chase Flux, has immediately risen. I love everything bounce. The Iron Jeff. I don't know if I've had this combination before, but now I'll be able to move him in preparation of the final turn where it's Spider-Man and Stature all together, plus the Enchantress or maybe a Hawk, I dare say, as a fantastic counter, soft counter to the Thanos lists that are already in having the extra 5 cards, 6 cards added to the deck. Plus 12 starting power for the Hawk. I mean, this feels like it's a slight counter matchup, but we also got fantastic draw. We knock the Deathlock out of hand. Love it. Soulstone, okay. I want to be able to hang on to my lead at the Baxter building, so that's going to be the Stature's job. I didn't move the Iron Lad. I'm a fool. Why didn't I move him? Oh, wow. Anyway, I'll move him now, much to my chagrin on not being able to squeeze in the Spider-Man, so I lost 3 points on that misplay. Just have to play Howard the Duck instead. In my embarrassment, we see if we can still close out the match. Enchantress being able to turn off the Soulstone, feeling great. The stack at Baxter building, too much for them to overcome. Maybe they do have Shang-Chi and then a powerful card, but then they only have 2 energy to be able to play into Murder World. And I'm moving Iron Lad over, dropping the Duck down with the +3 from Baxter building. I think this one's locked up. They're going for it. They're saying Baxter building is mine. Incredible. 22 power and 2 cards. Thanos. And the She-Hulk. Whoa. That was way more than I expected them to be able to drop, but we lock it up. Next up, Ramp, and I think Ramp can be an incredible beneficiary from the information that Howard is giving, in addition to what Iron Lad is benefiting them as well. Now, I'm wondering how this deck is going to function with hinted changes to Wave in the immediate future. This part of the video might not age well at all, but I'm loving Ramp right now, and with Howard here, we get to see much better informed decisions on Iron Lad, and then also understanding with the piece of Jubilee here as well, we can really leverage Howard to be able to give us great pulls. Do we want to thin the deck? Do we want the body on the board? Or do we want Iron Lad to be able to clip on? There's different situations based on which one we actually want, and some insane high roll potential combos if we pull it off just right. If Iron Lad is picking up Doom and then I can play Doom and then I can Odin on both the Doom and the copy Doom, things can just go insane. Or even if we get a copy of Odin and then you Odin on top of the Odin, the reactivations on the on-reveal abilities is amazing. Let's dive in. Here we are, Howard Ramp. Now, it is tight. You have a tight window to set up Howard. You can only set him up in the early turns of the game. Otherwise, once you're fully into the Ramp gameplay with Electro, you're not going to be able to deviate from the path and set him up later on. So, very tight chance on being able to get him to gain a benefit, to be able to benefit you. But here we go. Nebula, might as well be checking what I'm drawing. I am drawing Doom. So Doom to the Bar Sinister is certainly an option here. The Electro taken away from us because of the Icebox. Youch. I do not like Bar Sinister as Ramp. Not at all. I think I do Wave, though. I'm about to draw into Leader. So here the Wave is looking pretty good just to be able to counter with a Leader.
Aid my hand.
Yeah, I think that I will Leader here. Washington, fantastic. Okay, well, Doom to Bar Sinister is looking better and better. So here it comes. What am I going to draw into? Sandman. Playing that next turn. Oh, the Moldoc, are you kidding me? What? You were discard this whole time and I just leadered in the Mr. Modoc? Good gosh. I am ahead though by 1. I am ahead by 1. That's a lot of Dracula. That is too much Dracula. You did hit your Apocalypse. Here's the thing though. Can you keep up with me? Top card is Iron Lad. Oh, I'm just waiting for the juicy combo of Iron Lad and the Jubilee, and then Jubilee pulls Odin, and then Odin reactivates it. I get another card, all because I knew that Howard was there. I'm just waiting for that. The opponent over here crying that he didn't get to set up Morbius in time. Tears running down his cheeks. 88 powered bar sinister ain't gonna save ya. Makes a great case for a living tribunal, eh? Nebula and Howard side by side at the Wakandan embassy. How appropriate. Warrior falls, but I got the buffed Electro here, and then I have a buffed Leech to bring to the board. Well, now they're nerfed back down a little bit. They still hit a little harder. Cards with abilities cannot be played here. Okay, really hoping for Doctor Doom. What am I going to draw into? Iron Lad. No. I think I do Electro, and I will toss it to Warrior Falls. If he falls, he falls. I want to have some more open space at Wakandan Embassy, mainly for other, more valuable cards. And we scale up. The sandbar could limit us quite a bit. What would Iron Lad be able to capture? An Odin. No, thank you. I don't have anything that I desire to be reactivated, so I will leech. But if I leech, he can play to the sandbar. I hate this. I Sandman.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yep, sure. Spider-Man. Jubilee's next. You're telling me this is the dream chain? It's the Laddie into Jubilee. Jubilee pulls. Not going to be able to pull Oda to get reactivated for yet another card, but then I pull either Chavez, Doom, or Leader, all incredible pieces for us. Howard, you have shown me, truly shown me the way on this one. Watch the madness unfold. And then here comes Jubilee. Look at that. And then Jubilee, the Leader. No space for the Doc Ock. Oh. Could you imagine if I'd had open board space for the Leader to then actually copy the Doc Ock? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll do it again. Why am I doing this again? Here we go. We get the pull. Chugga chugga. Chavez to Chavez. The match is ours. Here, I'm sorry to say, I think I have to go wave. I mean, it's wave into Doctor Doom. I would like to be able to get the draw. I don't necessarily care if I get the raft. I'm not going to be able to score the raft unless I use Jubilee, but I'm not going to use Jubilee. I'll play here to Asgard. 6 points in there. Howard the Duck. Finally, a worthy opponent. We waved. Feels like a good opportunity to be able to play Leader. Grab that most powerful card. It is the Iron Lad, which turns into Leech. Your Iron Lad turns into an informed decision based on Howard the Duck. Odin? No. Gambit? What? Oh, man. What are you running that you want to run Odin Gambit, and you knew because of Duck that it was going to play Gambit? So now I have a Leech, yes. And I got the draw, so my hand is completely filled with junk. I do not have Howard to know what's on top of my deck to understand if I want to throw out Laddie, or if I want to Leech, or if I want to Sandman. What is the best option? I could either, well, I don't want a Laddie. I am Duck, and I don't want Duck just to tell me Chavez. So it's obviously not Iron Lad. It is obviously not Jubilee. Between Leech and Sandman. You don't have that many cards in hand. I feel like I Leech you. And that is the better move. Maybe I just play you on mid. Absorbing Man off the Iron Lad for another Gambit attack. Captain Marvel's gone. Leech is dead. And they survive. Oh. Okay. I respect it.
Opponent snapped.
But I still Why did I play Leech? I had a Leech on the board. I should have played Sandman. I'll twist it around. Oh, man. They don't have Odin. What else are they running? Like, do I just Odin here to be able to maintain my lead? I kind of feel like I do. You have 4 cards in hand. I guess they could combo some stuff together and be able to sneak ahead of me. Leader's only copying the most powerful, and I don't have the Sandman lock on the board. So it could be Dr. Doom instead. Blanket coverage. Very powerful. So do I think that 8 plus their most powerful card wins me the game, or do I think that 15 wins me the game? Distributed. I have no read as to what the opponent would be playing, so I feel like I have to go Dr. Doom here. They only play a single card leader would have been perfect. Nope, it would not. That Hela benefits them way more. Hela Gambit Psycho build. No way. Oh, but we scale? Oh, I am behind. Props to having the balls to get that deck off the ground. So here are the 2 lists that I think are going to be able to just immediately thrive with Howard added into them. Really love what he is adding in terms of the information given you and the synergy with Iron Lad. However, I'm going to say that Howard is actually a pass this month in light of how many other incredibly desirable Series 5 cards are coming down the pipeline, with High Evolutionary coming next week, and then farther off, some of the Spider-Verse cards in Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Ham in particular look like they are going to be amazing pieces to be able to add to your collection. So if you are looking for cards to be able to pass on, I think Howard and Living Tribunal right now are those pass cards. The Iron Lad is able to do very well on his own without Howard the Duck. And there are plenty of scenarios where Howard is not going to tell you anything that's necessarily going to change your play pattern. You're pretty lockstep based on what cards cost what when you're able to play them down. You have pretty tight curves in a lot of different Snap decks, so the Iron Lad is just going to be played when he can be played, and you're going to pull whatever you can from the deck, and you're going to try have a deck construction that just means he's going to hit a beneficial ability for you. So I think Iron Lad is still a buy right now. He's amazing as a force multiplier for some of the most powerful abilities in the game, and his stat line of 4/6 means that he is coming down just joyously. If you're dropping him and only picking up a mediocre ability, it is still above tempo compared to other forecasts. So I really love what he can do. I don't think you have to have Howard to access to be able to gain a lot of benefit from the Iron Lad. Yes, I think the optimal lists are going to eventually run Howard the Duck, but you can pass on Howard. If you just want to get Howard, I think that these decks do well without Iron Lad and will still benefit from having Howard. So I think that these decks will still run Howard even if you are missing Iron Lad, but he's a much lower priority to be able to grab. If you guys have list ideas for especially ongoing Spectrum, and then maybe like a Zabu 4's efficiency, there's other stuff that I want to test with Howard the Duck. Leave me comments down below, read all of those, love chatting everything at Snap Tech down there. Very excited to see where you guys think Howard the Duck might be able to supercharge some lists with the knowledge that he gives. And really, I mean, Iron Lad and Jubilee with Howard together, it is really fun to be able to play with. I'm definitely going to be testing this more. Stay tuned to the channel here. We're going to have a lot more deck guides coming out and be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube and Twitch. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.